look at this little paradise, and to think that the world doesn't even know we exist.
But people who've been here since we're like Hawaii was 50 years ago.
Like Hawaii was 50 years ago.
Yeah, my cousins in New Zealand say, because we're so close, Rai was their version of Hawaii. You know, Hawaii 5-0, action! You know how to spell coconut?
Yeah, but the tourists love it, and it's good for business.
Yeah, there's no hard sell in a little paradise.
Hey, Ducky, it's all good, bro.
Oh, she's so cute. Let's buy another one. Yup, everyone's so nice and friendly.
Young cup is easy peasy.
Careful. But it only takes one bad pineapple to spoil the punch. Check it out.
Who, me?
No, him.
Fat Tony, a.k.a. Little Bug.
To keep a little paradise nice and clean, you gotta take out the trash.
And why aren't you guys in church? You'll get in trouble from Mama.
Not now, we're on duty.
Nuh-uh, it's Sunday. It's your only duty. What's wrong with this wing nut?
She's my sister, bro.
Ah, katu kanga. Ano kita pulay?
We're protectors of this land, a furious thunder of its natural wonder, shining lights of paradise. You feel me? Manatiaki, baby.
Ay, okay, my horo, come on. Ay,
We can't stop and eat every place we search. We're running out of time.
But it'd be rude to say no. They're like family.
Everyone's like family. Your mama and my mama aren't even sisters, but we both call them auntie. You and I are cousins, but we're not even cousins.
But it was such a good
It's not just the people we know. We call anyone older than us uncle or auntie, even the tourists we just met.
What's your point?
Everyone loves a company in a little paradise.
You're right. And Fat Tony's no different. Come on.
I can't see Fat Tony. Nothing here but good times.
Just wait. Eventually, everyone comes out to boogie.
Then they realize at the ball. I'm gonna call it in.
And lose him again? It's now or never.
Shouldn't we wait for backup?
We get knocked down, we get back up. Come on.
Big trouble in little paradise. Too high, bald hair, stone cold as ice. Make my advice like a pair of mice.
order the mahi-mahi with the popcorn rice.
Oh yeah. One team, one dream, won't tell you twice. You gotta keep our little paradise nice. Ride with us or collide with us.
hats off.
Mind if I cut in?
You see the dancing girls too.
And they live happy hour ever after.
Do you miss them?
Yes, definitely. I miss all the guests.
Yes, of course.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, apart from like seeing our returning guests, familiar faces, which is always good to see.
The presence, just them being here, it's different. It's a lot quieter without our guests.
I miss dancing on the beach. Yeah, what the kids.
I miss all the kids. That's my favorite, and the oldies. But once you get to the kids and the mamas and papas, the whole family is
And just interacting with people and sharing our culture with them is something I really miss, and it's something we love to do here at Little Poli. So. Cleaning the garden. School in the morning, garden after school.
Yeah.
So we're just doing some construction over here, refurbishing the resort and helping around whenever I can. Different from what we used to do, but at least something to motivate yourself to make sure that when they come back, everything is 100% beautiful and ready.
I'm being projected to the housekeeping department and I check the rooms.
We're basically setting up so that when you come back, we are going to be brand new. So we've done a couple of renovations here and there. One particular project that the main team here at Little Poli is part of is the renewal of our fencings that separate the rooms. So it's a real long process. So the fencing is made up of Kenya wood. You have to cut the tree down, soak it. I think you've seen it in our stories. Please come back to Pacific Resort Raratonga. We are waiting for you.
Kia ora everybody. To all our guests over there that is already missing us, we also miss you a lot. We're just here, we're okay. We're preparing ourselves to bring the whole resort for your next visit. And don't worry, we'll still be waiting for you.
For our returning guests, we miss you. We miss seeing you. For those guests that will be part of our family soon, hope to see you on this side of paradise. We're definitely ready for you. And yeah, we're ready to share our culture as well.
Here in Fiji, we are blessed with a pristine environment. So the freshest organic produce, superfoods, and the freshest seafoods are in abundance here. Today we're going to cook Fiji's iconic kokonda dish. This to me is my favourite dish, and it epitomises the whole seasonality and available of fresh produce here in Fiji. It's our version of the ceviche. It's cured fish in fresh coconut milk. This is the Spanish mackerel. We can get this nearly all year round, and this is my go-to fish when I'm making this dish in Fiji. I've partially cured this one already, but basically we just chop and cure the fish with lemon juice. And this is usually done good few hours, but even overnight. And what it does then is it essentially cooks the fish. And the longer I leave this, the more it'll actually cure. The key to this dish is coconut milk. Here in Fiji, we're so fortunate we can just go down the street, grab a coconut from the tree and just make the milk. But if you can't do that at home, get the tin stuff, that's great. But when you're using tinned coconut milk, just have a look and get the most creamy coconut milk. So you can see this is grated coconut. What I wanted to show you is how we make coconut milk here. So this is just a cloth. In the old days, they used to use the barks from the tree just to make the coconut milk. But basically what we want to do is just squeeze out the milk. So that's freshly grated this morning, and I've added a touch of water, but we're squeezing out all that beautiful, oily coconut. And coconut here in this region, the tree of life. And it's called the tree of life for many reasons. It helped to sustain this civilization for thousands of years, providing medicine and nutrients. Really easy. It takes a few seconds just to make fresh coconut milk. All this needs is a bit of seasoning, some lemon juice, and a touch of salt. It's one of the easiest things that we can make here, and it's one of the easiest things that you can make at home if you want to put yourself in Fiji, no matter where you are in the world. That's the base. We call this a michi, and what we do then is we add some chopped up onions, tomatoes, and some cucumber. And this just provides the acidity in this dish. And this michi here, we eat this with all sorts of seafood. We can eat this with shellfish, with prawns, with lobster. This is like our version of a dipping sauce here in the South Pacific. Part of our whole philosophy here is tasting the new familiar. So the familiar flavors that we have here in Fiji, but then elevating them to a higher level. I call this one the kokonda martini. It's in a martini glass. We've got this cured fish. My core philosophies here are about seasonality, preservation, exploration, and sustainability. And this dish here ticks all those boxes when we're cooking here in the South Pacific. All different versions of this across the South Pacific, but this is the Fijian version. My fish in there. Then I'm just going to drop this fresh coconut milk on the top. A starter in a glass. Creamier you can make your coconut milk, the creamier this dish is. Here in this region we can get some really weird and wonderful vegetables, like the fern. The fiddle fern is grown here. Ferns are one of the oldest plants on the planet, and again, from the health perspective, lots of goodness in these ferns. Look at these, I just love the shape. They just add great texture and great colour to this dish. We love chili in this region, but fresh chili. So we're very fortunate to get lots of fresh chili here. So this dish, a touch of chili on the top, a piece of lemon, and there you have it. It's really fast. Kokonda, Fijian kokonda. Fresh. Fish, coconut, the ferns, lemon chili. This epitomizes what Fiji's all about. Welcome to the new familiar. We can't wait to welcome you back to our shores.
So last week, we experienced the magnificent surf coast of beautiful Savaii. Today, we'll be touring the Sunset Coast, or the most western point of Samoa. I am Nive Gidlo of the Savaii Samoa Tourism Association, and this is Tafaonga, Experience Our Beautiful Samoa. And to help us with our adventure today is our guest tour guide, Mr. Tawa Whainuu Whamatala of Savaii Tours Company. Malo soifua Tawa?
Langi ma malo soifua. Talofa Nive?
Tampa.
You look beautiful, Nivea, this morning.
Thank you. It must be my Eveni dress.
Oh, really, Lula, eh? Talofa Samoa.
Now, before we start, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and the Savai'i Tours Company?
Okay, my name is Fainu, and I've been working in the tourism industry for more than 20 years. And this is my passion, to be in the tourism industry. And I just started this small business last year, the end of last year. And I'm a managing director of Savai'i Tours Samoa. And today we're gonna start behind us. This is Canopy, Falealupo Canopy Walkway. This is where we're gonna start. We're gonna go down to Falealupo Sea, the Falealupo Hapa, Moses Footprints, Tufuta Foi Hapa. And then we move on to Asau Old Airport, see the Hapa at Asau, La Aoleola Cave. And then we'll finish off at Mount Silisili.
Wow, that sounds like a very exciting itinerary. Shall we start?
Okay, let's go. Well, Nive, if you're afraid of height,
yes, I am.
Don't look down. Just look straight. Are you ready?
No.
No?
So let's just do it anyway.
All right, let's try.
Samoa lo ua tunu mai saua se ipa ia fili mapule tu o sama fai ngatale a ule toe au talaina ai se io ulangi o se pese o vivi inga o si o pele o lo mita ngau te tiu ai ma o nene o si o
Malolava, wow, no, that was quite an exhilarating experience. And look at this
very
beautiful
sight. We are about 30 meters above the ground now.
Wow.
Have a look at the beautiful coast down there. And we are on this big banyan tree. The other interesting thing here is if you're interested in bird watching, this is a very perfect place to spot to watch because you will see a lot of different our native birds such as manumea, manutangi, and you will also see, sometimes you'll see flying foxes here.
Can you tell us a bit about the history and the background of this attraction?
Okay, you know, we have a lot of native rainforest around here in this district. And back in the 80s and 90s, we have a lot of this sawmills company. They were very interesting in our rainforest. And what happened? They cut down a lot of our native rainforest just for the money. Very cheap, and that was so sad. And the good thing about Falealupo, that's why they say this place, this rainforest. Well, I remember Paul Cox, this guy, he's from Sweden. He was looking for a project, trying to build this walkway where we are at now. And they built back in 1993, 1994. And the idea, so instead of cutting down the trees, people can pay money to come and see, have a look at the trees and our native trees. So that's why you see a lot of native trees around us, like Tava, you see Tava right there, Kufaso, a lot of these trees they around here. But other villages you won't see a lot of these native trees.
Good timber wood around here.
Very good timber.
After our thrilling climb at the Canopy Walkway, we headed on to another historic attraction site just down the road called the Moses Footprints, or commonly known in Samoan as Levai o Moso. This notable church structure is what remains of the historic Falealupo Catholic Church, which was destroyed by the devastating Hurricane Ofa in 1990. We ended our tour of Falealupo with visiting another well-known site, the House of Rocks, or the historic place where the famous Samoan saying "E au le'ina I lau ata maitai" originates from.
Nive, o leo wata o mai nei I lisi mataanga leo se tasi po o mataanga ia po o I tala tu po lele la tu o I tonu ale I fa upunga fa Samoa po lele e au le'ina I lau atina mataanga le ia o lele tau fa matala ina tu nive o mataanga le e taua tele mo to tele o ta kau Samoa awa mo ia e tu isi o mai e tangata e le tal tonu ko leina ia nive o leina I laula ia it's fisi sila ia
au
wata tau nu mai temsal o tua leo le fale o tua leo le fale o asi sila foi e fausanga o le meni ia fausanga le fale Samoa o luna winga o tonu ia no foi asi sila la o le tuna ia o ia ona tau le lunga ai luna o le tuna teni tina le e ma foi le nga upule e tau ta so ile tunu e au le nei lau tina ai luna winga o le nei lau la le amato wa le tu pa malosi e se vai malosi le au lunga le nei lau ai fa pe te fia sila fia tele tala anga o le mataanga nei e sili alo su mai nei tatal no e li fai pule o Falealupo e lava la to sila fia le me mafu ai ma fai na su mai nei e tau te mata ma sila ia na I lo atoanga o le nei foi mataanga me se foi o me e sawela nga upu e au le ina I lau tina
It seems like there's quite a bit of our Samoan history that originated from here in Tufutafue. Would you further elaborate on that?
Yes, Nive, we are here at the most western point on the earth. Well, it used to be, the last millennium, there were a lot of people from all over the world. They were here to celebrate the last sunset because we used to be the last people to see the last sunset of the last millennium. Right. Not anymore, but I'm so proud of it. I was here at that time and it was
very historic.
Yeah, very historic. I still remember that. And another thing that we have out there is what we call Olfafao Wali. We have a lot of legends, and as I said earlier, these were most historical sites of Samoa, such as well, we already see the House of Rock, Oleanga Watausili, Ole Fafao Sawali'i, Lualoto Wali'i, and all those legends.
We're at Tufutafue, Samoa's most western point. It prides itself as the last place to have seen the sunset of the last millennium. If you are a sunset chaser, this is the acclaimed place to be at the end of the day. It provides mesmerizing, stress-free moments, capturing the charismatic, vibrant colors of the sun as it turns gold right before your eyes. Okay, it's quite hot today.
Yes.
You know what would be nice?
Yeah.
Some ice cream and a chocolate bar.
Oh, Nive, it reminds me about this place, Savai Coco.
Oh.
They.
Is it a shop?
It's not a shop. It's a place where they process our cocoa beans, and then they sell them or they export them to the Whittaker chocolate factory in New Zealand.
Right.
And it's
I've heard
quite
of
popular.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are quite a lot of our tourists that they want to see this place, and I think this is a good chance to go and have a look
Yes,
at it.
please. Yes.
All right. Well, Nivi, we got some fresh, ripe cocoa pods from the farm. Cocoa is a seasonal tree, so we're coming to the end of our season, so we don't see a lot of cocoa around, but we have this ripe one. Let's open up one and then we'll have a look. This is the first step.
Wow, you look like you've been doing this for years.
Yes. Yeah. And this is how it looks like. Fresh beans. So de-seeding, we have to de-seed all the, all the spots. We ferment the cocoa for 5 nights, and we do everything according to what the Whittaker's want. So fermentation is a process where we bring the fresh wet beans and we put them inside those boxes, and then we cover them with banana leaves. Banana leaves also helps the flavor to bring out the flavors. Yeah, this is how we dry the cocoa. We use these drying shelters because sometimes it rains.
Yeah.
But we have shelters. And our final process or final step, Nive, we're gonna take all the dry beans where we do the the QC quality control, where we do the sorting before we're gonna store them in the storage room.
Okay, that's the final process.
That's the final process.
So Tao, we're here at Asau Airport. Is there much going on at the airport at the moment?
No, not much, because there are no commercial flights, just open for emergency flights and charters. Yeah. Last year we have a group of geologists from New Zealand. They done a research here, and after the research they said that this cave is ranked 27th in the world.
Wow.
Which means that it's one of the biggest cave, and it's the biggest cave in Samoa. It's about more than 5,000 meters long, and it's about more than 140 meters deep. So it's quite a big cave. Well, another interesting thing about this cave is not only the cave, but the walk. As we walk, you see all the native trees, the birds, and all that. And you hear a lot of swiftlets inside this. They nest inside this cave. So let's go and have a look.
Sure, why not? Okay. So what do we expect to find in this little cave, Tao?
Well, get ready to get dirty, as you're expecting most of the cave. But the most interesting thing, you will see a lot of, swiftlets, they're nesting inside here.
What's the nature of these bats?
Well, they always hide inside these dark caves. They always nest inside. Well, Nive, what I want you to know, this is one of the intersections of this cave. As I say, it's the biggest cave in Fiji and in Samoa. So you can easily get lost if you don't know the place. So you have to bring the a tour guide with right tools. Otherwise, yes, and otherwise you will get lost. You can easily get lost, so you need to. I'm glad that you have those shoes and lights and all that.
Malo sa fuwa mamoa. Wa mai oi.
Taro falawa nive and the short marori. Au pu TV. E banguia pa tai ageri. Sau no ngai ro yoga.
I wa fia no mau tanei ma te fia maua sina fa matalanga pupu. E winga fo ile mataanga lo ia yo lau fanua matango fia ia. Ai pole a fo le tau sanga na amatalia yo na fa ile nei mataanga e vea mataanga mo tangata ta fa mai moa.
Ia pa tai bole. Spab sili nei mar na ma fo ile mataanga. A dei ai. O le mataanga. Na mafua no umau le ngalue o fanua ko le. Tau sanga ya feive se rau di mas fufa. Na matai fanua nei mo mo lo le ana le. Ya e kere me sai como na wa. O ngala o te le vade le. Ya sa to mo fai a fo le wa o kere I ban mala mai se me a mo mai ai. A le wo voi. A o bel wa de away le tu mo but fana. Ya then I kake no fu ma fo I fa manuia. Yo se be sale moutino. Al be usi le pele tu ka mo. O le apela di be su fare no mo ya dan. Ya o kai minga ko kire o la wangi. Wangi ale pa ia fu to fa.
O ya la tangata mo le afio anga nei wo. Mo sila ma. Yeah.
Wah, kakak mau orang wah yang berfagu dia kau ke.
Nive, this is our last stop of the day, and we're gonna hike the highest peak of Samoa, which is Mount Silisili. And it's gonna be an adventure of your life.
Great, I look forward to it.
So are you ready?
I've never been ready in my touristy life.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's hit the road. If this is your cup of tea, you definitely need the local Aopo guides. This is not possible without the assistance of our local village tour guides.
We are having our first break, and we are here with this Aopo strong boys. They are with us. They are very helpful.
Very fit boys, huh?
They are very fit
experienced,
boys,
I see. Ito sila feeling mo le la ole ka ke mapoy la.
Ole ka ke sa fai la le awa. Sila ole ka ke le mo le.
Pero la ofele len ka ai oi fala. Le ka ke no pi mo foi la a. Ona tuale no mai no we pito. Pati. Photo. Our Mount Sicily hike was both a physical and emotional challenge. The eagerness, concentration, and willpower required to execute this type of exploring were magnified 100-fold. It was an experience of a lifetime, and it would not have been possible without the immense commitment and direction of the highly experienced Aopo village tour guides. We came to the first lookout where we could finally get a glimpse of how far we've come, and we could also see our Sau area and the sunset coast of Savaii. At this point, we've just gone past the 5-hour mark since we began the hike, and we've been told by one of our dynamic local guides that we have approximately 1 more hour left to go. We were fortunate enough to pick and eat some wild berries along the way, which made up for a good level of energy needed to finish the adventure. Finally, we've reached the campsite with heartfelt gratification, and visibly our tents have already been pitched and arranged for our night stay by our generous village guides. The campsite was obviously strategically selected for its reasonably flat, capacious area as well as mountains on most sides, shielding the campers from the winds.
Ôi.
Gì ở trên phun.
Ok. Lấy này. Coverage này lấy
Ôi giờ cái Facebook giờ đừng ngồi ôi. Mình đang Facebook ngang nhỉ, đừng ngồi bên đang ngang nhỉ.
The unbelievable feeling of making it all the way and physically being here is just profound. The air here is amazingly cool and surely compensates for all the wounds and pain endured during the hike.
Giờ là ngồi đó bua mà mình ngồi đây đó với áp pha đều ngủ lên không mấy ngủ lên. Ngồi đó cả mình bua.
Sao đâu pha solo ngạc cái cốt của anh ấy là mong ăn malu.
Dạ, ở đây như vậy ngay đâu cái đâu pha solo cái cốt. Anh là long ăn malu. Dạ, Malaysia cái anh là cốt week ngay ya ka ko. Le cốt week cái mình ngay qua makan ai fola. Qua makan ai fola makan Paulo afal Paulo nữa. Họ là cốt đúng không nhỉ? Dạ, đây luôn ăn makan. Malu á.
Ka, ese kia vela.
Ya, ka ngồi, em muốn ngay buki.
Kok Samoa mà, ya kamanga.
Ko ngồi em ngay buki po si buki vela yo ro di.
Pai si ko mama.
Pai si ko mala, ko mala.
Truly amazing. Cheers.
Cheers.
We've done it. As our village guides continued to set up our tent accommodation for the night, we were made to watch some great Aopo sportsmanship through a game of volleyball, which helped keep our hike assistants warm.
Leo ke mapau lungai le mafaya ngo uwarua. Kapa sei pua wale fio mai o ke vanga ma vai fali.
Palele malako. Alele ufalele. Wapaole papofu. Epe upre lupe la feli.
Later that evening, Junior Tassi of Vanu Studios put on a fire knife dancing show for us and performed the very first fire knife dancing on Mount Sicily. And And at almost 2 kilometers above sea level, this might probably be the highest sivafi ever performed anywhere in the world.
Beautiful morning, huh? Beautiful
Yes,
sunshine.
yes.
How was your night last night?
It was nice.
You had that beautiful
It was
smiles.
very cold.
Yeah.
Peole eo Antarctica for ingale lunga I.
Me whainga wa lenga whaingi o whanga alo ke wa ai kuia poisia ka ko. O le makua malolosi ah.
Very experienced.
Well, last night we had a beautiful dinner, beautiful entertainment, and these guys, they had a bonfire, everything. We have a lovely night last night. Our boys, wow, are you ready? Yeah, ready. Jackie or go? Jackie. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, we are ready to climb. This is our last break. We've been walking for about an hour, more than an hour. And we're taking our breath.
Take a breather.
Yeah.
Necessary.
We're kasi. Yeah.
This is the final climb.
Final climb up to the peak.
Okay.
Ready? Let's do it.
Wow. Literally, we are.
We made it. Yes.
Yes. A mind-blowing and thrilling experience it has been so far. We have just returned from the summit of Mount Sirisili, the highest point of Samoa. Faftai Teletawa for taking us on the journey of Sunset Coast.
Nive.
Until next week, I am Nive Gitlow, and this is Tafaonga. Experience our beautiful Samoa. Tofa Soifua.
Welcome to our little paradise of
Here are my top 5 reasons to come.
Hey, I'm telling them why they should come.
Because it's so much fun.
No, because when everybody finds out, it would be too late. Number 1, hardly anyone comes here.
Only 400 people live here, like this guy.
So you get to know everyone in no time. the best explorers make it here. Captain Cook landed right here in 1777. Other famous explorers who've been here, Sir Edmund Hillary and Indiana Jones.
That's a lie. It was Rambo. He needed a holiday.
Rambo.
So you be special, no other tourists.
Except Raja, but he's not a tourist. He's shipwrecked here in the 70s and never got rescued.
He loves it too much here. What's this?
Hey Raja, a phone. We should call the outside world for help. Number 2, I choose one big adventure playground. This is our backyard.
Number 3, the fresh food. Ooh, yummy. Fruit from the trees, veggie from the garden, and fish from the sea. That's my uncle. Hello, uncle. Even my lipstick from the garden.
Aju is famous for 2 of our logo drinks. First is Tumunu. When the first missionary came, they said no more drinking, no more parties, and no more funny business.
No more fun business.
So the man built the Tumunu huts deep in the jungle to protect our customs. It's pretty serious. No kids allowed. Secret man business. Our papa's so passionate about our culture. Usually in the morning, Papa has a sore head. So the mamas make our other famous drink, local coffee, after the night before. Oh, Papa. And number 4, there's so much here to see. Come to the harbor and check out the palm show. The best day of the month is Boat Day, when all the food from the mainland arrives. Everyone is so excited. Everyone gets new supplies on Boat Day, even the kids. Just pick a peach and have it all to yourself.
No fires, smoke signals, passing ships.
So come visit us in our little paradise soon.
Here comes some people now.
Oh, Kirana.
Kiarana.
That's so cute, David. Oh, could we take a photo with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, could you take a photo?
No, no,
for us?
no.
Can't be too careful. Welcome to our trip.